Hello, welcome to my first YouTube video. Um, my name is Remy. I am a tech professional. I work in IT. Been doing this for about the past 5 years, 4 years, 4 or 5 years, and I started straight out of my associate's degree. Currently getting my bachelor's. Just ramping my way up, I guess, in the tech space. But yeah, I've been interested in tech for a while. Very big gamer, so it was a quite an easy transition and just made the most sense for me. But yeah, this particular video is going to be about my home lab and kind of the introduction to the journey that this will take. Who knows what that journey will be? It might change. It more than likely will change. But I want to document everything and kind of connect with the people out there in the world who are also interested in this similar things I am. So yeah, I guess first to start is kind of like why did I start a home lab? And pretty much to answer that question at the most basic form, it just was the transition that made sense from my curiosity and tinkering brain. I'm very interested in just messing around with tech and exploring different technologies and software. So it just makes the most sense for me. I know a lot of people do it to kind of escape the nightmare of subscriptions that we are unfortunately, um, basically at this point, required to get, just because you can't do anything without subscriptions these days. So um, it didn't necessarily like spawn or start for me because of that, but it could definitely be something that I explore as the home lab grows. Mainly, it's just for the tech aspect. So specifically, you can see Kubernetes here. This is probably the main selling point for me, at least. I want to learn Kubernetes and at least get comfortable enough with it. So really, the home lab kind of just made sense that I can spawn up a Kubernetes cluster and mess around with it, break it, fix it, explore it, and not have to use the cloud to do that, because if you don't know, it's really expensive to run Kubernetes clusters in the cloud. So why not do it with hardware? Um, and these are hardwares that like I bought throughout the years for different things and just ended up not using for something, or just had lying around. So I initially bought this a while ago. This HP 800. It's a mini PC. It's super basic, and I usually bought it for 215. I think now if we click on this link, it's pretty expensive now. It's 359. It's going for at the moment. That's with 5% off. So, I mean, these things can get, I guess, pretty expensive, but you can really go as cheap as you want when it comes to this. I recommend just taking what you have lying around. If you have like old laptops, I do have a ThinkPad, which I don't know what I want to do with yet. I might add it to this cluster. I think really I want to make some cool Linux videos. So I might try like ricing and doing all that cool stuff. So if you do that, please let me know in the comments, and maybe you can give me some tips, or suggestions what to do with that laptop. But yeah, I have that, and then I have this Qualcomm Q305. This one was super cheap. I got this on eBay. Initially, I was going to turn this into a router. It's kind of learn about routing and networking, because I really suck when it comes to networking. That's one of my pain. That's one of, like, I don't know, pain points, but yeah, I sucked in that class in college as well. So I want to get better with that. So that's kind of why I got this one, but turned it into, part of the home lab, and might turn it into a router still. Who knows? We'll see kind of what happens. Got that for 68, which is not too bad. And then I have this managed switch. So pretty basic, super basic actually. It literally, this is my main PC. Um, this is my PS5. This is my two mini PCs. That's at the moment. So pretty basic. Just so I have enough ports to plug everything up that I have at my setup, and I'll probably throw a video or picture in there just to show my setup, how it looks. Software we're running is K3S at the moment. So, um, well, actually, it's not running at the moment. This is planned. So, this is the planned software to use. It's K3S for our flavor of Kubernetes. And basically, why I went with that one is just because it's really lightweight and pretty easy to set up from what I've seen. So server maintenance. So my two servers, these are the names I gave them. The host name is Ghost for both of them. And if you kind of get the reference, Motoko and Ghost, it's an anime. So yeah, but Baki is the username for this one. This is the control node. And then you have Motoko, who's the worker node. Yeah, we're going to be the worker node. And just kind of some stuff I use because I had to create the users, give them sudo permissions, switch the host name. I think I'm okay to show these IPs because they're internal. I guess we'll find out. If my home lab gets hacked, then I guess that would be a cool experience to learn how to fix, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess the next plans, and this is going to go into probably what the next video in this series will be about, is setting up Ansible. Ansible is I'm going to be using to set up the Kubernetes K3s on the worker node or the control node, and then joining that worker node to the cluster. So like, yeah, the idea is just to automate the installation and be able to just run the script. If I was to just add another PC to the cluster, I could just run the script and have it join the cluster pretty much with one click of a button or one terminal command. I have some issues that I'm running into at the moment that I ran into that I fixed. So just working through everything at the moment, getting that set up, and then we'll kind of have some more fun and explore different pieces of software. But yeah, it's pretty much just the basic rundown. Here's Baki, the control node, and then Yamatoko, the worker node. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this introduction video. If you like it, please like the video. Consider maybe subscribing. Let's see if this reaches people. And if it does, that's cool. You know, shout out to you for watching, and you know, definitely feel free to comment down below and let me know if you have a home lab, because if you do, I would love to know what you're doing with your home lab. Kind of maybe brainstorm some stuff that I want to do in the future. So I'm definitely interested to hear what people are doing out there. And if you are an avid Linux user, let me know, because kind of want to do some ricing videos and maybe some other things. Right now I run Windows on this PC and I game a lot, so I don't know if I will replace that for Linux gaming, but you never know. So just, you know, let me know what the people are out there doing, and I definitely want to chop it up with people, maybe build a little community here. So definitely leave a comment and like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.